Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm making a very special video for you guys today. And this video is all about something that's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's about giving back to the community and giving back to people who are less fortunate than we are. And regardless of where you grew up, or whether you have money or no money or anything of that nature, there's always people who are in a worse off position than you are. As bad as your position may be, it's actually true. And there's always somebody in a better position than you as well. And sometimes people focus on things that are in a better position than you, and there's always somebody in a worse position than you. And really what I'm trying to say is we just want to be grateful and thankful for the things that we have in life. And the reason why I'm making this video here is I'm headed down to Oxford, Massachusetts. See, my very good friend, family, basically, Matt and Kelly, 8 years ago, they started something called the Mom Squad, and that is to raise money for multiple sclerosis. And of course, I've been supporting it, ever since the beginning, and those guys are amazing and fantastic. And this was all kind of brought upon, from Kelly's mom, Deb, who is absolutely amazing, and her dad, Dennis, he's absolutely amazing. In fact, their whole family is amazing. And she's got 3 other sisters, Lisa, Kim, and Heather, and they're all just amazing people, see. And her mom, unfortunately, has been diagnosed and has MS, and seeing the everyday struggles that people have with diseases that are out of their control is something I can personally relate to with my parent, who is disabled as well with extremely bad arthritis. And when you think about all the things in life and all the monetary things and all the things that people are trying to strive for, it's really about something that's bigger than us. So right now I'm on my way to the Mom Squad 2nd annual cornhole tournament. And of course I was a part of the 1st annual cornhole tournament, and I would gladly say I lost like right away. I guess my cornhole game ain't up to speed. Anyways, I'm coming back this year. So this tournament is about raising money for multiple sclerosis, and these guys have done an amazing job. In fact, throughout this whole time, including through the pandemic, we've always raised money, and as a core group of people, we always come together and support each other, and it's a beautiful thing. And we're going down there today to go ahead and play in this tournament. All of the money is going to help raise money for multiple sclerosis. And there's also what's called the motorcycle ride for the cure, and that's how everything started back 8 years ago. So every year we get a bunch of motorcyclers and we ride around and have planned stops and stuff like that. And it's just incredible to see the amazing people and the turnout and the support. In fact, it's grown so much that Kelly and Matt and their family and everything, they put so much hard work and effort into it that that so many people just come to the event that you wouldn't believe. Like I'll have to put a list together of the people, but it's just unbelievable. So anyways, we're going to this event, and I'm almost at this event right now. All right, folks, here we are at the Pine Ridge Country Club restaurant and banquet facility, where the event is being held in North Oxford, Massachusetts. This event's just about to start, so I'm going to get in there, and we're going to go ahead and raise some money.
Next is $100 scratch tickets put together by Mom. I'd like to recognize Mom. We never said anything about Mom. Mom's sitting over here in the wheelchair if you haven't met her. Woo! She's our inspiration. We are Mom Squad because of Mom. She's been our inspiration for years.
Yeah.
I can never get through this. So anyway, Mom has MS, obviously, and we've been doing this. She's been an inspiration for all of us. She lives her life every day with MS, and she just keeps going. And that's what we do: is we keep going for the people that have MS.
Hey guys, I'm back. I just left my tournament there for the cornhole to raise money for multiple sclerosis, and for the Mom Squad, and that's what this is from right here. Well, you guys can see, I own a company called All Weather Exteriors, and every year we sponsor the Mom Squad event, and one of the biggest events, the original event, is actually a motorcycle ride, which we sponsor and ride in, and we raise an incredible amount of money, and it's recognized by the National MS Honor Society, and even in the state of Massachusetts is where this ride takes place. We even had like senators and people like that at the event, because it's just, it's gotten so big over the time, and leaving these events, it's always like, it leaves an impression on you, and the impressions that they leave on you is just overwhelming, and people that attend these events are like, wow, it's different than I expected, and people here are pretty amazing and so nice, and it's amazing how much money you raise, and it's going to a good cause, and people really tend to turn out for things that are greater than themselves, and that's what it is all about, is it's greater than you, it's greater than me, it's greater than ourselves, right? So on the way down here, I was talking about, people in different situations. There's always somebody that might have it better than you. A lot of times people focus on things like that, but the truth is a lot of people that have it a lot worse than you. And I have a disabled parent, so I understand all these things. I have a parent that's been crippled up since, I was younger, and got really crippled up throughout the years in life through extremely bad arthritis, which is another horrible disease, and actually pretty much anybody that has to deal with a disease, regardless of what it is, and stuff, it's horrible, right? Diseases are horrible, and they are something that you just can't help. Like, if you end up having something, it is what it is. You can't help get what you get, but you can do something about it. You can certainly try to help make other people's lives better, and that's what happens at these events. All the money that they raise actually goes to the actual MS Society directly, and the MS Society helps people in need, whether it's medications or help physically, or having somebody go get their groceries for them, or give them a bath, or even some of the things that you might take for granted and every day. And I'm familiar with these things because I have a disabled parent that recently turned 67, but they've been bedbound and crippled for about 15 years, maybe 20 years, where they can't stand or walk, and their hands, my mom's hands there, is all crippled up, and she can't even hold barely hold a plastic spoon to eat something. She has a hard time even feeding herself at this point, because of these diseases. So these things are something that hits home, not only with me personally, because I understand these kinds of things firsthand knowledge, but it hits home with a lot of other people too, because there's a lot of people, millions of people all over the world dealing with all these different kinds of things, and to me, instead of saying one thing's worse than another, it's really all bad, or it's all unfortunate. But the fortunate thing is when we all come together, we can do stuff to try to raise money to help not only find a cure for some of these diseases, it's also to help better the lives of the people that are going through it, that might be going through worse than we have it, or they don't have it as good as we have it. Maybe that'd be a better way to say it. So I talked to you guys about that, and the reason why I'm mentioning all of this stuff is I really want to talk about commitment. And commitment is one of the hardest things for a person to do, is to commit to something, and it is even harder for you to commit to yourself. I realized when I was making a video last night, and I appreciate Asia and all you guys for all your kind words and sharing my information, and hopefully it helps somebody, if it helps one person, if you are watching this and I help you or motivate you in any way, shape, or form to do something better for your life, then any effort that I put into this, any hard work or lack of sleep or anything, was absolutely worth it, just for that one thing, so anyways, when I'm talking about commitment, a lot of people have a hard time committing to themselves, and that's one of the most important things that you can do is make a commitment. Now, last night's video, I ended up staying up all night learning how to use stuff and do stuff to make it look as professional as possible, and during that process and uploading and realizing that what I wanted to do had an issue, and having to go back and delete everything off of YouTube and delete it all down, and go back and try to edit and fix it, and something that I thought would work didn't work when I watched the video, and so anyways, to make a long story short, the last couple of nights, the reason why I left that video so raw is I was tired, and I want to show you guys the realness of it, about more, not as much about making a video, but the realness about commitment. So where this event was, started around 10 o'clock. This event was just around 100 and something miles from where I live, you know what I mean? So it was over 100 miles, and it's about a couple hour drive to this event. So going to bed at like 3:30 in the morning, I still get up dead tired, don't want to do anything physically at first, but I have a commitment to help share my love and support for such an amazing cause, for an amazing people at this event. And that commitment is greater than whatever I am going through, because who am I to be extremely tired and boo-hoo, right? Because in the grand scheme of things, it's a very minor thing versus somebody that's dealing with something like MS. It's extremely important. So by making sacrifices to make sure you uphold your commitment is one of the most important things you can do. So operating on 3 hours of sleep, driving over 100 miles to be supportive all day for everybody, and seeing wonderful family and friends, and making new friends, and that was one of the things that we did too here. So getting into these conversations with people, and everybody is seeing all this stuff out of nowhere that knows me on Facebook and all these posts and stuff, and I have all my friends' parents and stuff that see me and stuff come up to me like, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? So people are watching your content, whether they're commenting on it or not. They are looking. They want to see what's going on, because they see all this activity, and activity equals results every single time. And when I talk about that activity equals results, this is what I'm talking about, and we get talking, and we're going back and forth. So I'm giving them an overview of everything, just kind of an elevator pitch, so to speak. If you're unfamiliar, that is basically summing up everything you're doing within, if somebody got into an elevator at the first floor to the floor that you're at, that you can basically tell everybody everything about what you're doing in a nutshell, so that they get a good idea, and it leaves them with an interest-creating remark that might leave them with their interest piqued. Anyways, during this event, I met some new people, made some new friends. I talked a lot about what I'm doing, and shared a lot of the stuff from the onlinebusiness.app with these people, became a professional inviter. I ended up getting people's information, they ended up getting mine, swapping Facebooks and swapping other information, and went through some of the stuff about our company, and they're going to go ahead and get on some links and do some more networking. There's a couple of people that I met that are into these kinds of things, understand this kind of business and Web3 technology, and are very excited about the stuff that I was talking about. And you just never know where you're at and what you do whenever you're going to have influence over people. And that's what leadership is, by the way, guys. If you're unfamiliar with what leadership is, leadership can be summed up in this. Leadership is influence, no more, no less. Influence. And the things that we are doing here are influencing people, whether you realize it or not. They're influencing all of the people that you know and people that you don't know. And sitting down and having these conversations with people that I know and I don't know, and then seeing them starting to understand a little bit of what's going on, and seeing how they're supportive, especially because I'm so supportive of them and events like the Mom Squad, and you know, be there like an OG right from the beginning, and always, no matter what, showing up. Because, you know, if I say I'm going to be there, well, unless I'm dead or I'm getting into an accident or something that, you know, came up, or something family-wise, then I'm going to be there. You know what I mean? Because that's a commitment. And when you make commitments like this, regardless of what you have going on in life, and you uphold those commitments, people appreciate you and they respect you. And if you make a commitment to yourself here at the onlinebusiness.app, for whatever reason that you are here, whether it's to make some passive income on the side, or learn a new skill set, or you want to completely change your life because you are in a job or a situation or a financial mindset, or you just want to be that first person out of your family to actually make it out of that poverty-stricken kind of thing that, you know, most all of us are in or came from growing up, and you want to be the first millionaire in your family, like Nick Anderson always says on his videos now, and he's absolutely right. You know, if you want to be the first millionaire in your family, you need to click that link below and learn from people who have already done it. Learn from people who are already living a life that if you couldn't see yourself living, then you need to change up your mindset and start envisioning the vision that you want to have for you, yourself, your family. And when you start aligning yourself with these things and you start taking action upon these things, things like what happened to me today are going to start happening to you. In fact, it was so incredible talking to some of these people and explaining some of the things that are going on, and leveraging things like Asia making over $11,000 in a week, which is amazing, you know, and I'm showing them some of these posts and explaining some of these things. You can really see the wheels turning with the right kind of people. And those kind of the people are the ones that you're going to want to put the effort into. And that's exactly what I did today. I turned a situation where I was upholding my commitment, you know, as a stand-up guy, and in a way, somehow, way, shape, or form, all of this leadership or influence is going around to people, and they were calling me an influencer now. Like, wow, you're an influencer now, and that's amazing. I was like, what is all this stuff you're doing? And you know, wow, I can't believe all this stuff. I see all this stuff, and I'm reading all this stuff, and then they're like, oh my God, you're doing videos and all my stuff. So when I'm explaining everything, they're all starting to understand the vision, right? Because that vision is what you need to get and hold on to, and that vision is going to become manifestation through actions. See, if you think of it, you believe it, you can achieve it, right? So you gotta envision it here, believe it here, and then I should say here. Oh no, it's here actually. Sorry. And then you're going to achieve it, and that's just how it works, right? People say you're going to believe it when you see it. I'll believe it, right? They say, hey, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, you got to see it, and then you believe it, and then it will actually manifest. And that is the truth. That is the absolute truth. So these people are starting to see it just from the short, relatively period of time. After talking with me, they start to believe it because I'm speaking with conviction, because they see that I know what I'm talking about, and they know I'm a serious guy, so they know if I'm doing something, it's for real. Like, they know I ain't gonna waste my time on something that ain't for real. Apologize, doing a little traveling, as I say. So I'm making this video in my truck right now. You know, it's what we do. We ride trucks around here. You know, a lot of people like their cars and stuff, and I understand that. And a lot of people, you know, you guys all like what you like, you know. And me, I like to sit my ass in a nice truck. You know, that's just what I like to do. I just like it. So anyways, I'm making this video in this truck right now because I have a commitment, and I realize that commitment is greater than myself. Much like the event that I attended today, it's much greater than myself, because I have a commitment, not just only to myself that I need to uphold, but I'm realizing throughout this process that I have a commitment to each and every one of you to set an example to follow. Something to say, hey, if you're going to put out a video every day and you're going to be involved in something like this, then you're going to put out a video every day and you're going to find a way to win. And that's what we do. That's what winners do. You find a way to win. Instead of coming up with a reason why I can't do something, I come up with a reason why I can do something. And I'm going to figure out every way that I can do something by utilizing whatever time that I have. And thankfully, during this 100-mile plus over 100-mile drive, I have just enough time to put together my thoughts on video while I multitask right here. So, commitment. If you've made a commitment to yourself, then anybody in the entire world that you've ever made a commitment to, there is none more important than the commitment that you make for yourself. It's very easy to fall off of this commitment that you make to yourself and fall back into whatever you were doing. But if you want to make a change in life, if you want to grow, you want to follow up with this commitment, then you really need to think to yourself, what do you really want? You need to see where you want to be, and then you have to make the commitment to yourself. Then you need to take action on that commitment. Because if you have a great thought and without an action is a memory. So a thought without action, you'll forget that thought. If you take a thought with action, that action will start to manifest. And where you want to be in the future, you decide today. A lot of people don't realize this, that where you are in the future is based upon the decisions that you made today. Today is your future. What you do today will manifest itself in the future. You might not know when it's going to manifest. You just know that it is going to manifest. And that's how it works. And I made a commitment to my friends and family and to help raise money for multiple sclerosis and to be supportive of the Mom Squad, as I have always been. And even though I was in a situation where you're almost thinking this is crazy, I can afford one day off, or I'm not feeling too good today, or whatever that is, and that is not upholding the commitment that I made to myself. So if this is something that you're watching, regardless of where you are, what industry you're in, or if you're just a regular person and you're trying to better your life, you want to make a commitment to yourself, then you owe it to yourself to follow through with that commitment. I have a very good friend of mine, his name's Andrew, 70, and his wife Jen and their family are like family to me, and these guys put themselves on a 75-day challenge, and this challenge was pretty intense. It had a lot of physical stuff and then some reading and some other stuff, and I won't go into all the details, but I will let you know that it's not an easy challenge to do, and this 75-day challenge is something that helps transform you, transform your body in a sense too, for the positive, and it transforms your mentality. So my buddy Andrew and I were talking, and he was telling me how they're coming up on the 75 days, and every day they have never not done every single thing that is for the challenge, both him and his wife. And these guys are crushing it. They're crushing this challenge, and a lot of it is working out and physical stuff and everything else. And he said he's coming up on the end of this challenge, and he's going to take a day or two off after to kind of rest and enjoy himself and being proud, because they're going to finish this challenge. And the reason why they're going to finish it is because they made a commitment to themselves. And when you make a commitment and you attain whatever that commitment or goal is, that's when you can stand proud and hold your head proud and be excited and let yourself know that you are worth it. So if anybody ever told you you're not worth it, don't listen to them. If somebody said that you can't do this, don't listen to them, because the truth is, if somebody's telling you you can't do something, or you're not worth something and stuff, that's just them projecting their feelings about themselves upon you. If you tell yourself that you're worth it, then you're worth it. And if you don't know what your self-worth is, then go ahead and surround yourselves with people who understand what their self-worth is, and then maybe you can understand a little bit better of where you want your self-worth to be. So if you're ready to make a commitment to yourself, you're ready to make a change in your life, whether it's something small, something large, and you made a commitment here at the Online Business Stop app, then you're going to want to go ahead and uphold that commitment. You owe it to yourself to make a better life for your friends and your family. Actually, this is actually true. I own a company called All Weather Exteriors, and it's a small business. We do around 3-4 million every year, which in the remodeling industry is we're doing like around 150-200 roofs a year in roofing alone, and siding and windows and stuff. And I have all these crews that work for my company, and all these people that depend on me to help make them bring in business basically, and all their families live off of the business I bring in, right? So I have a commitment to those people. So I work hard to make sure that their families eat, and they appreciate that, and that's why they work for me, and if you have a commitment, no matter what's going on, and you uphold that commitment, then that commitment over time is going to turn into what you want manifested, because those commitments and taking actions and following through with those commitments is how you're going to see the results that you want. And remember, hard work pays off. You never know when it's going to pay off. All you know is that it does pay off, usually when you least expect it. When I was down there today going over this, and I was showing these guys some stuff, and I had pulled up to explain how the marketing material works in our back office, and I noticed on the way down here I got a cha-ching email with another sale. So it was a prime example of affiliate marketing at its finest, where I was at an event helping raise money for multiple sclerosis, doing it, paying it all forward, and sure enough, the hard work that I did in the past together has manifested itself even on the way down to this event today, with another increase in affiliate commissions. So the system works. If you want the system to work for you, you just need to do the everyday income producing activities, and you will see the results for yourselves. And if you made a commitment for yourself, then you need to uphold that commitment. Then give yourself the 30-day challenge, or give yourself, you owe it to yourself to uphold and see that commitment through, whether it's for your family for motivation, whether it's for yourself, or you have a goal in mind, you want to attain something like a vehicle, or say you want to become debt free, or you want to leave your job, or whatever your reason may be. Maybe you always wanted something special, maybe you did want that new car. Whatever it is, you can attain that goal. And you can attain that goal by clicking that link below, getting started for free as an affiliate, and learn some of the things that these guys are teaching. And your education is priceless. So instead of going out there and trying to buy a fish, why don't you go ahead and learn how to fish, and then you always eat fish. So as a result of being down there in the Mom Squad, I'm going to go ahead and put together an amazing video in the future after I attain some more of the videos from our events and past events, and I'm going to go ahead and put together a whole thing so that people that, you know, can be able to check out the Mom Squad and be able to see all the things that we're doing to help raise money for MS, and also be able to potentially donate or gift, or, you know, do something from the heart. So be on the lookout for that next video. It's going to come out in the future here. We're going to put together a whole thing so that when it drops right here, we can be very inspirational. So I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching my videos. Please give it a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can holler at your boy. You can hang out with me whenever you want. You can hang out with me all the time. Just keep watching the videos on replay. It's going to be fantastic. And don't be afraid to hit me up in the DMs. Throw some comments up in there. I'll get back to you absolutely as best I can for everybody I can, as soon as I can. And until next time, be good to yourself, be good to others, and if you make a commitment, see it through. You'll be happy you did. And if you've never seen a commitment through in your life and you've always been off track, well, now's the time to make a serious commitment to yourself, and do not let anything stand in your way, because the only person standing in your way is you.